What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. Today we're continuing the series. This is part 3 of Cheapies that smells like expensive counterparts. Now, these aren't fragrances that are cheap that smell like expensive fragrances. Rather, this is going to be fragrances that really smell like very expensive fragrances. So they're not dupe, but they were made inspired by, if you will, those expensive counterparts. The bottom line is they won't cost much and you're gonna smell amazing. So if you wanna know what they are, what they smell like, stick around. It's coming up right now. Today we're talking about 5 alternatives to great smelling fragrances and you will not have to break the bank. Some of these are actually better than the fragrances that they were modeled after, or better than the fragrances that they were inspired by. This is part 3 of your cheap fragrances that smell like expensive counterparts. If you guys do enjoy this content, if you enjoy this video, this series, cheapies that smell expensive, don't forget to leave me a like. You guys did it in part 1 and part 2, hence the fact that we're here. If this video hits 500 or more likes, it will render a part 5 and continue the series on the channel. So, of course, as you know from the title, from the intro, from the thumbnail, these are going to be expensive smelling fragrances that will not break the wallet. So, without any further ado, guys, let's hop into these choices. Kicking things off here with the first fragrance, we're going to talk about Paco Rabanne Eau de Toilette Excess. Now, this particular fragrance here, if you haven't heard about it, it was released back in the 90s. 2 great noses behind this fragrance, Gérard Anthony and Rosendo Matu. And this particular fragrance here, if you look at the note breakdown, it is going to be a very nice, green, aromatic, citrus, refreshing type of a fragrance. And what this fragrance reminds me of, guys, get a load of this. You can find this as a cheapie, or you can find a newer alternative. I think this was re-released or reformulated in the 2018 XS version, which smells very close to this one, but not as minty, not as refreshing, and not as powerful as the original 94. Now, this particular bottle here is still kicking around. You can find this for a very, very affordable price. What this is going to remind you of, guys, get a little of this. It's going to be 80% close to Creed's Himalaya. Now, Creed Himalaya has a very uplifting, refreshing, gingery, minty kind of an opening. This fragrance here will have that as well, along with some herbal components like tarragon. There's some fruity nuances here, lemon, rosemary, some herbal nuances, Brazilian rosewood, coriander, oak moss, white musk. It's sensual, it's aromatic, it's refreshing. It's a great scent. I get 8+ hours, amazing stuff. Again, cheapie that you can still find out there, 80-85% close to Creed's Himalaya, guys. A great alternative, great choice to that fragrance here at the 5th spot from the cheapies that smell expensive. Continuing the countdown here, we're going to go with another fragrance that's going to be great for the time of the year. Actually, all fragrances on this list are going to be great for this time of the year. We're transitioning from spring to summertime, so I wanted to pick up fragrances that will give you guys an edge at this time, will elevate your style, will make you smell great, will perform well for a great, fraction of the cost of the original fragrances that these were modeled after. Next up, we have Artisan Blue from Varvatos. Now, this particular fragrance here, a cheapie, as good as they come, guys. This fragrance here smells about 85% close to a Tom Ford private blend, Mandarino di Amalfi. Very fruity, very refreshing, very uplifting. All the fragrant components that you would find at the Mediterranean, the Amalfi coast. Very blue, very refreshing, very uplifting. Just incredible fragrance. The only thing here that differs from Mandarino di Amalfi is that this actually performs better. They actually have a lavender note here that's actually quite fruity and dense, along with a hint or a touch or a pinch of a pistachio nut here that adds this nutty feel to the fragrance from the mid into the dry down. It's not predominant, but it's definitely there. So it gives the fragrance an edge over Mandarino di Amalfi for a fraction of the cost. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to smell amazing this spring/summertime, pick this up and thank me later. Next up, I'm going to give you a fragrance that is going to be the heaviest here. Even though we're talking spring and summertime, you can potentially wear this for evening wear, romantic settings, more sensual occasions, or even if you like deeper, darker, sweeter scents, definitely go with this one here. It's a little bit floral, it's a little bit leathery, it's definitely sweet. It's got pralines, vanilla, saffron, which gives this leathery undertone, some floral components, definitely heavier. It's got oud in here. You guys might scratch your head and say, Max, really? Oud for summer and springtime? Yes. If you control the sprayers here, you're going to smell amazing, you're going to stand out in the crowd, and it's going to give you that edge that I'm talking about. This is going to be Shaghaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. I talked about this fragrance many years ago for you guys. What this fragrance reminds me of, ladies and gentlemen, is a very expensive, now very hard to find Oh, it's so good. It's not overly powerful, guys. It's got the floral, the leathery, the rose, the oud, but it's actually quite nice. If you control the sprayers, you can smell amazing all year round. It's quite versatile, even though it's a little heavier. Like I said, 1 or 2 sprays, you can rock this all year round. If you go 4 to 6, perhaps fall and winter. But it smells incredible. You're going to smell amazing. No one is going to smell as good as you. You're going to command and demand attention with this particular fragrance. And this smells very close to Lancome's Oud Bouquet Eau de Parfum, which fetches a pretty penny. It's a little hard to find. Some people say it's been discontinued. Nevertheless, you want a fragrance that's very close to Oud Bouquet from Lancome, guys. Check this out, ladies. You guys are going to love the way you smell. Ladies love the scent profile. It's one that gives me compliments. You know, people definitely ask me, what are you wearing? It's got this very intriguing, exotic vibe about it. When I smell this, I think of Amouage. I think of Nasomato. I think of fragrances that are very high-end, upscale, and very expensive. So check this out, guys. Shagef Oud, the golden bottle from Swiss Arabian. Very, very cheap out there. Again, I'll have all these fragrances linked below to make your life easier. That's what we do here. Next up, we're going to give you another great fragrance for spring and summer. One that definitely gives me a lot of compliments. Perhaps the most compliment-pulling fragrance on this list. This is a great one, guys. If first impression here is something that you like to leave off, a nice, long-lasting first impression, even in the bottle it says first impression lasts forever. It's right there. This is Intiba from the house of Versace. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular fragrance smells very, very close to Silver Mountain Water from Creed. It smells incredible. It's got some oriental nuances, some herbal feel here. It's sweet, it's a little spicy, it's a little bit floral, definitely citruses up top, very refreshing, uplifting, but it has this really nice bed of flowers and it sits on this nice woody components. It smells amazing, guys. It's got the inky vibe that you get with Silver Mountain Water, but it's very long lasting and very powerful, as you come to expect with Versace fragrances, guys, for a fraction of the cost. This stuff is very cheap. Link below. Check it out. If you like Silver Mountain Water and you wanted an alternative that will not break the wallet, this would be it. If you never tried Silver Mountain Water, but you wanted to try something that gave you that same vibe, guys, check this one out. You're not going to disappoint. Last but not least, I'm going to give you guys a great find. This stuff here is extremely affordable from a great fragrance house. The fragrance house is going to be Lalique, and the fragrance we're talking about is Lalique White. Christine Nagel is the nose behind this fragrance. And when I tell you what this smells like, it's going to blow your mind, guys. This particular fragrance here is 85%, or dare I say 90% close to Galloway from Parfums de Marly. Now, when you compare the two side by side, which I have, performance is actually right on point. You know, perhaps Galloway gives me an hour, longer performance. This one here gave me about 5 to 6 hours. Galloway's about, 6 to 7. But I'm telling you guys, money, bang for your buck, mil per mil. This stuff here will not disappoint. It's got a gorgeous tamarind note, which gives this citrus, sour kind of vibe up top with some LME, black pepper, cardamom, violet leaf, cedar, white musk, oak moss, and a hint of amber. Smells absolutely fantastic. Great, great scent, guys. Reminds me also a little bit of Amouage Honor Man, but it's really more on the Galloway side of things. Parfums de Marly, which you guys know costs very, very expensive, $300 or so for a bottle. In a discount market, it's gonna still be about $200 plus. So this is like $30 to $40 for a huge 200 ml like this of White Lalique. And I'm telling you guys, 85, 90% close to Galloway. You can't go wrong. This stuff is amazing. It smells great, compliment pulling, smells really sophisticated, elegant, great for the office, just running errands. Something that you can wear as a signature scent or something that you can easily pick up, put on, and smell amazing without having to think too much, guys. Lasts a while, projects pretty good, great for compliments, and extremely affordable. What more can you ask, guys? So those are the top 5 choices of cheapies that smell expensive or smells amazing without breaking the wallet, and the part 3 cheapies that smells expensive. Of course, guys, let me know in the comments what fragrances you guys love to wear that smell amazing and do not break the wallet. Guys, please sound off in the comments. I'd love to check them out, perhaps find something new that I haven't yet found or tried. If you guys appreciate the content, if you guys like me keeping you in the know, if you guys like me bringing forth fragrance knowledge, fragrance news, top videos for you guys all the time, please don't forget to show me your support. Leave me a like, hit the little subscribe button for more, and of course, turn on your notification bell icon so you get these videos straight into your feed. As always, guys, remember, fragrance is emotion in motion. So choose your fragrance wisely and wear it well. Guys, I'll see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care.